Hey entrepreneurs, welcome to the Art of Online Marketing live show. Today's topic is, are you on social media or are you using social media? So just before I get started today, I want to say bonne fête des Acadiens. So hence the sunglasses. Now I'm going to take them off because I can't actually see, but it'll keep them here as a little nod to it, because it's August 15th. So my name is Denise Allison, and I am the owner of Strategro, and I'm a marketing, branding, and social media expert, and I work with small business owners to help empower them to use online marketing to raise awareness of their business, grow their business, and attract more customers. So by now, we all know the power of social media. I don't really need to give you any stats or tell you all about it. You know that social media can have a big impact on your business. Yet knowing that and acting are two completely separate things. So most businesses are on social media, but that doesn't mean they're taking advantage of its potential and attracting an audience on it. So today we'll be talking about the important difference between being on social media and using social media. So before we get started, I want to hear from you. If you're watching, let me know how you use social media for your business. And if you like the content of this video, please feel free to share it with your audience and give some likes and some loves down here at the bottom if you're watching on Facebook. All right, so today's topic, are you on social media or are you using social media? So the first thing you might be thinking is, what's the difference? Is there a difference? And I'm here to tell you that the difference is huge. So if you're here, I'm going to assume that you have some type of social media page, whether it's a Facebook page, an Instagram account, LinkedIn, Twitter. You have something, right? So congratulations, it's 2017. I would be shocked if you didn't have some type of social media account for your business. But I see way too many businesses who have stagnant pages and they post a meme or a quote once a week, or even worse, they haven't posted since January and they have like 47 likes or followers on their page, and they put a sticker on their window or on their website or on their business card that says, like us on Facebook. But why? Why would I follow you on Facebook? Yeah, you're on social media, but why would I and why would you want to follow a page that isn't giving you any type of value? You can't just ask people to follow you and then shamelessly self-promote your business, or say nothing at all, or just expect them to want to do business with you just because you have a Facebook or a social media presence. Good morning, Shauna, and thanks. You have a wonderful Acadian day too. So being on social media is easy. Anyone can create a Facebook page or an Instagram account and add in the few required details, but using social media is a whole different game. And just being on social media isn't necessarily going to get you anywhere. If you are on social media but not using social media, you're missing out on an amazing opportunity to connect with your audience, your current customers, and any potential customers or influencers that are out there and want to work with you. So how do you know if you are on social media or using social media? If you only post online when you remember, and then a week or two goes by and you're like, oh shoot, I need to post something on my Facebook page or my Instagram, then you're on social media. If you only publish promotional content about your business, especially when you have something coming up or something to promote, then you're on social media. If you're doing this feast or famine thing where you know you have an event or a new service launch or product launch, something new coming up, and you post consistently for a couple of weeks, launch your new thing, and then just disappear, then you are on social media. And if you're using social media this way, you're on social media, and the issue is you're not using it to connect with your audience. You're using it to promote. So you're missing out on the opportunity to learn about their needs, connect with them, and help them gain trust in you. So you're essentially using social media as a free platform to advertise to potential customers. And as I've said many, many times before, people don't go online to be sold to. They go online to connect with their friends and their family and to be entertained. They don't go online to see a whole bunch of crappy ads or posts. So this type of strategy doesn't really work for that reason, and you're also going to get really low reach if you use social media this way. And that's because this strategy has all kinds of flaws that are going to make you rank lower in the algorithm, such as salesy posts, content dumping, and lack of engagement, and so on and so on. So on the flip side, if you're consistently posting on social media, even when you don't have something specific to promote, then you are using social media. If you have a game plan for social media and a strategy with what types of content you're going to post and on what days, then you're using social media. If your goal is to connect with your audience, build trust, and learn more about them and help them learn more about you, then you're using social media. And if you know why you're online, what you're saying, who you're talking to, and what your goals are, then you are using social media. And if you're answering questions, responding to comments, and encouraging engagement, then you're using social media. So are you starting to see the important difference here? I think you are. So businesses are built on relationships, and I don't really care what kind of strategy you use to grow your business, whether it's online marketing, social media, in-person strategies, or on the phone. Every single business is built on relationships, and people do business with people they know, like, and trust. So showing up and promoting your stuff without building that relationship is not going to work anywhere. So social media isn't a billboard and it's not a magazine. It's this great opportunity that you have to connect with your audience every single day, and you also have the opportunity to learn about your audience and your customers and what their needs are. And it's easy. You can just go online, ask questions, and pay attention to what people are saying. So take advantage of this and use social media. So if you want to use social media instead of just being on social media, I have a few tips for you. So the first one is be a human, which sounds kind of silly, I know, but there's this really weird phenomenon, if I can say it, apparently not, that I've witnessed, and I've fallen into this trap myself, and it's when we're speaking and communicating as our business, we forget how to be a person and a human, and we start acting like business robot because we think we need to be more professional, and in doing so we lose our personalities. We think we need to filter out every part of ourselves because, well, business, and we end up with nothing to say. So when I started my first business and started a Facebook page for that business, this happened to me. I never knew what to say, and it was because I was trying to filter out my own personality in favor of being professional Denise. And I was adding in fancy vocabulary and words that I would never use in real life and that my audience probably never used. And it came off as really fake and boring. But for most of us, we are our business. So therefore, we are the voice of our business. So when we post as our business, that needs to come from us, and it needs to come from the heart. So I want you to approach these types of posts as if you're posting something to your friends on your personal profile. So there's obviously a line that you need to draw. I don't need to know what you ate for breakfast every single day, unless you're a nutritionist or a personal trainer. In that case, you might want to share that. But for most people, I would recommend going a little bit deeper into your life and your business and giving more of a behind the scenes look into what you're all about as you and your business, because you are essentially one. Okay, so number 2 is have a plan. So social media is a platform, and it's just like any other platform, right? So it would be like if you, many years ago, as if you would get a phone line hooked up, put yourself in the phone book, and then assume that sales are going to start coming in because you have a phone number. But that's not the way it works. You need to have a plan on how to use that tool to attract customers. So it can't do the work for you. You need to have a strategy. So you need to know who you're selling to. So who's your ideal customer, who's your target customer, and who can you best help out with your product or your service. And you also need to know what message you want to share with your audience. So this message is what's going to shape all of your posts, all of your content, and the voice of what you put out there. And you also need to come up with a schedule. So when I work with you as a client, I always work with you to create a content calendar. And this serves as a guide for you when you are posting content. So every single day you don't need to come up with what you're going to say. It's already created in advance, so it makes it easier for you. It saves you some time, and it keeps you accountable. So at the end of the day, you can say, oh, did I do what it said on my calendar today? And you hopefully do a check mark, or maybe you do an X, but the goal is to check that off and to keep going and create that in advance so that you know what types of content you're going to put out there, and then you don't need to make it up every single day. And it takes off some of the pressure because it's planned in advance. All right, so number 3 is dedicate some time. So let's be honest here. So obviously, if you're going to take that leap and start using social media, you're going to need to invest some time. And I know that entrepreneurs notoriously have no time. I mean, I hear this every single day. I have no time. But this is very much an instance of making the time to do something that's going to pay off big time in the future. Because, I mean, the biggest chunk of time into doing all this is going to be spent on the fundamentals of your business. And that's things like figuring out... Sorry, I have a kitty here. I'm cat sitting, and she's trying to make an appearance. Anyway, so she wants to be in the video. I guess she wants to learn how to attract customers online too. Although for cats, it's easy. All right, so the biggest amount of time you're going to spend here is figuring out the fundamentals. So who your target audience is, what your goals are, what your value proposition is, and that kind of thing. So those are things that you need to do anyway, and those are the types of things that really help you narrow your focus and accomplish some bigger goals. So before you type anything into Facebook or post any pictures on Instagram, you need to sort that out. And this is where most of the time spent on this will come from. And like I said, you really need to do that anyway if you want to grow your business. And then you'll spend some time planning ahead. So planning what types of content you're going to create, what types of posts you're going to share, and creating a content calendar that suits you and the needs of your business that you know that you can follow through on. And like I said, this will end up saving you time in the long run. And then the actual posting doesn't take that long. So of course it depends how elaborate your plan is. So I tend to create most of my posts in real time, and that means I create a post and I hit publish. So I do this because it feels more organic to me. I can give people a behind the scenes look at what I'm doing in that moment. But if you have the type of business that means you're out all day and you're not necessarily at a computer or have your phone in your hand, for most of you, you're probably better off scheduling that in advance. And that means taking an hour or two once a week. And Facebook gives you the opportunity to schedule posts. So that means you can put in a post, and instead of hitting publish, you hit schedule and you choose the date and time that you want to come out. And for other social media platforms, there are third-party apps that let you do that. So that's always an option, and then you don't need to worry about doing it every single day if you know that works better for you. For other businesses, I wouldn't recommend scheduling everything in advance, because then you lose a bit of that spontaneity and that organic connection with your audience. So that's the difference between using social media and being on social media. So I'm hoping that you're inspired to use social media to grow your business and attract more customers. And I'm hoping that these 3 tips, the be human, have a plan, and dedicate some time, will help you out with that evolution. So thank you so much for joining the show today. And if you want to learn more about social media marketing, you can get my free download, 11 Mistakes Preventing You from Turning Followers into Loyal Customers. You can get that on my website, strateger.ca, under free stuff. So you can get that right there, and I'll possibly add a link here or there somewhere. So don't forget, I go live every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Atlantic on my Facebook page, and you can also check out all of my previous videos on my website. So that's strateger.ca, and you can go watch all of them. If your Netflix goes out and you want to watch all my videos, feel free to go there and get all kinds of free information and weird little jokes from me. So that's on strateger.ca. And if you like this video or any of my others, feel free to share them with your audience and hit the like button here. And I will see everyone again next week at 10 a.m. right here on Facebook. All right, have a good day.